Shanti. This is the Sagar Murli of 19 of October 2024. Essence. Sweet children, when you remain constantly happy, the pilgrimage of remembrance becomes easy. It is only by having remembrance that you will become pure and charitable souls for 21 births. Question. Who are your best servants and slaves? Answer. Natural calamities and the invention of science, through which the rubbish of the whole world will be cleared away, are your best servants and slaves. They will become your helpers in cleansing everything. Then all the elements of nature will be under your control. Om Shanti. What are you sweetest spiritual children doing? You are standing on a battlefield. You are not standing, you are sitting. Your army is so good. This is called the spiritual army of the spiritual father. He inspires you to make such easy effort to have yoga with the father that you gain victory over Ravan. You are called incognito warriors, incognito Mahavirs. You gain victory over the five vices, the first one of which is body consciousness. The Father is showing you such easy methods to gain victory over the world and to establish peace in the world. No one apart from you, children, knows these. You are establishing the kingdom of peace in the world. There is no name or trace of peacelessness, sorrow, or disease there. This study makes you into the masters of the new world. The Father says, sweetest children, by gaining victory over lust, you become conquerors of the world for 21 births. This is very easy. You are the spiritual army of Shiv Baba. This is not a question of Rama. It is not a question of Krishna either. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul is called Rama. The army, etc. of Rama that people have shown is wrong. It is remembered that when the sun of knowledge rises, the darkness of ignorance is dispelled. The iron age is in extreme darkness. There is so much fighting and battling and violence. This does not happen in the golden age. Look how you are establishing your own kingdom. You don't use your hands or feet in this. Here you have to break body consciousness. While living at home, first of all, remember this: I am a soul, not a body. It is only you souls who take 84 births. This is now your final birth. The old world has to end. This is called the leap age, the most auspicious confluence age. The top knot is small. The top knots of Brahmins are very well. The Father explains to you so easily. You come and study this with the Father every 5,000 years in order to attain a kingdom. Your aim and objective is in front of you. We have to become this through Shiv Baba. Yes, children, why not? Simply renounce body consciousness. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father, and your soul and your sins will be cut away. You know that by becoming pure in this birth, your souls become pure and charitable for 21 births, and then your descent begins. You know that only you go around the cycle of 84 births. The whole world does not go around the full cycle. Only those who go around the cycle of 84 and who belong to this religion will come. Only the Father establishes the golden and silver ages. He is doing that now. And then the copper and iron ages are the establishment of Ravan. There is an image of Ravan that has the head of a donkey. They have become vicious donkeys. You understand what you were. This is a world full of this is a world of sinful souls. There are millions of human beings in this world of sinful souls. In the world of pure and charitable souls, there are only 900,000 in the beginning. You are now becoming the masters of the whole world. This Lakshmi and Narayan were the masters of the world. It would definitely only be the Father who gives you the sovereignty of heaven. The Father says, I have come here to give you the sovereignty of the world. You now definitely have to become pure, and in that too, become pure in this final birth in the land of death. The destruction of the old world is prepared in front of you. They are preparing the bombs, etc., in such a way that while sitting at home, they can finish everyone off. They even say while sitting at home, we will destroy the whole of this old world. While sitting at home, they will release the bombs, etc., in such a way that the whole world will be destroyed. While sitting at home, your children become the masters of the world with the power of yoga. You are establishing peace with the power of yoga, and they will destroy the whole world with the power of silence. They are your servants. They are serving you. They finish the whole world. All the natural calamities, etc., become your slaves. All of nature becomes your slave. You simply have yoga with the Father. Therefore, you children should have a lot of happiness inside you. You should remember such a beloved Father so much. The whole of this Bharat was Sevalaya. In the golden age, people were completely viceless, whereas here they are vicious. You have now remembered that the Father had told you, hear no evil. Do not listen to dirty things. Do not even say such things. The Father explains you have become so dirty. You had a lot of wealth. You were the masters of heaven. Instead of the masters of heaven, you have now become the masters of hell. This drama is predestined. Every 5,000 years, I remove you children from the extreme depths of hell and take you to heaven. Spiritual children will you not obey my directions? The Supreme Soul says, become the masters of the pure world. So will you not become those? Destruction will definitely take place. Your sins of many births will be cut away with this power of yoga. However, it does take time to cut away the sins of many births. The children who have been here from the beginning are unable to have even 10% yoga, and this is why their sins cannot be cut away. New children quickly become yogis so that their sins are cut away and they begin to do service. You children understand that you now have to return home. The Father has come to take you back. Sinful souls cannot go to the land of peace or the land of happiness. They simply stay in the land of sorrow. This is why the Father now says, remember me and your sins will be burnt away. O children, become beautiful flowers. Do not defame the divine gland. Because of being vicious, you have become so unhappy. This is in the predestined play of the drama. If you don't become pure, you can't go to the pure world of heaven. Bharat was heaven. It used to be the land of Krishna, whereas all are now residents of hell. So you children should renounce the vices with great happiness. You instantly have to renounce drinking poison. You cannot go to paradise whilst drinking poison. You now have to become pure in order to go there. You can explain how they claim their kingdom by studying Raj Yoga. This is a study. It is the same as having yoga to become a barrister or a surgeon. By having yoga with a surgeon, you become a surgeon. These then are the virgins of God. How does he enter this chariot? He says, at the end of his many births, I sit in him and give you children this knowledge. I know that he was the pure master of the world. He has now become impure and poverty stricken, and he will then claim number one. I enter him and give you children this knowledge. The unlimited Father says, children, become pure and you will become constantly happy. The golden age is the land of immortality, and the copper and iron ages are land of death. The Father explains to you children so clearly. You become soul conscious here, but you then become body conscious and are defeated by Maya. You are hit by one of Maya's cannons in such a way that you completely fall into the gutter. The Father says this is a gutter. This is not happiness. Just imagine what heaven will be. Look at the deity's way of living. The very name is heaven. You are being made into the masters of heaven. But in spite of that, you say that you will definitely drink poison. You won't then be able to go to heaven. There will be a lot of punishment experienced. You children have to battle with Maya. Some become body conscious and perform very dirty acts. They think that no one is watching them. Anger is greed. Anger and greed are not private. There is privacy and lust. They dirty their faces. By dirtying your faces, you become ugly from beautiful, and the whole world then followed you. Such an impure world definitely has to change. The father says, aren't you ashamed that you are not becoming pure for just one birth? God speaks, lust is the greatest enemy. In fact, when you were the residents of heaven, you were so wealthy. Don't even ask. Some children say, Baba, come to our city. Should I go and see monkeys in a jungle of thorns? You children definitely have to do service according to the drama. It is remembered, Father, so Son. It is you children who have to go and benefit everyone. The Father explains to you children, don't forget that you are on a battlefield. Your battle is with the five vices. This path of knowledge is completely separate. The Father says, I make you into the masters of heaven for 21 births. And then who makes you into the residents of hell? Ravan. You can see the difference. You adopted gurus for one after birth on the path of devotion, and you didn't receive anything. That one is called the Satguru. Sikhs call the Satguru the image of immortality. Death doesn't come to him. That Satguru is the death of all deaths. The Father says, I come to liberate all of you children from the clutches of death. Then, in the golden age, death doesn't come at all. That is called the land of immortality. You are now becoming the masters of the land of immortality. The golden age, by following Srimad. Look what your battle is like. The whole world is fighting and quarreling with one another. Your battle is with Ravan, the five vices. You conquer those. This is your final birth. The Father says, I am the Lord of the poor. Only the poor come here. This is not in the fortune of the wealthy. They remain proud and intoxicated by their wealth. All of that is going to end. There is very little time left. There is the drama plan. All of those bombs, etc., that have been manufactured are definitely going to be used. Previously, war used to take place with bows and arrows and sword and then guns, etc. They have now invented such bombs that while sitting at home they can finish everyone off. Those things have not been manufactured just for keeping. For how long would they keep them? The Father has come and so destruction will definitely take place. The cycle of the drama continues to turn. Your kingdom is definitely going to be established. Lakshmi and Narayan never battle. In the scriptures, it has been said that a war took place between the devils and the deities. But how can those who are in the golden age meet those who are in the iron age for a war to take place? You now understand that you are battling with five vices. You will conquer them and become completely viceless and then become the masters of the viceless world. Whether walking around or sitting, you have to remember the Father. You have to imbibe divine virtues. This drama is predestined. Some don't have it in their fortune at all. Only when you have the power of yoga can your sins be absolved. Only when you become perfect can you go to the perfect world. The Father continues to blow the conch shell. Those people then sat and created the conch shell and also the flute on the path of devotion. The Father explains everything through this mouth. This is the study of Raj Yoga. This study is very easy. Remember the Father and remember your kingdom. Recognize the unlimited Father and claim the kingdom. Forget this world. You are unlimited sannyasis. You know that the whole world is to be destroyed. There was just Bharat in the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. Acha. To the sweetest beloved long lost and now found children. Love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. Number 1. Do not have your deity clan defamed. Become beautiful flowers. Do service for the benefit of many souls and reveal the Father. Second, in order to become completely viceless, do not listen to or speak about dirty things. Hear no evil, talk no evil. Don't perform any dirty acts under the influence of body consciousness. Blessing, may you be a trustee who is free from any bondage, even any bondage of your mind by being Manmanabhav. Any bondage is like a cage. The parrot in the cage has now become a flying bird and free from any bondage. Even if there is some bondage of your body, your mind is a flying bird because by being Manmanabhav, you become free from any bondages of your mind. You do not even have any bondage of looking after your family. Those who look after everything as trustees remain constantly free from any bondage. A householder means to have a burden, and someone with a burden can never fly. However, if you are a trustee, you are free from any bondage and can reach the sweet home in a second with your flying stays. Slogan: Make sadness your servant. Do not allow it to appear on your face. Slogan: Make sadness your servant. Do not allow it to appear on your face. Om Shanti.